At the Sour right here inside Kanda. On the frequency modulation 92.7 in Living Stereo. We are affectionately called 3FM. And my guest is already seated. He's a man of good timing, a man of good taste. He's sporting his fugu. His beautiful fugu. Oh my God, have mercy. George Twum-Barimah-Adu is my guest, and we are about to have a conversation. George, how are you doing? Welcome to the studio, sir.
I'm doing very well, and thank you so much for having me. And good afternoon to all your listeners.
I am more than just excited. Oh my God, have mercy. His name is George Twum-Barimah-Adu. Now, George, please take me through your upbringing.
Oh, that's very good. I actually grew up in airport residential area. My dad was a civil servant. My mom died quite early. I was 2 years old.
Wow.
When my mom passed away, and we moved to airport. Then my dad was working at social welfare. So it was myself and my big brother Frank that were in airport. My sister Magma was with our auntie, and my late brother JB, the late brother JB, the MP.
Oh my God!
With the idea, he was with our grandmother in the village at Tafo. So we were at from airport. I was attending Castle Road Methodist. That is Adabraka, where I did my class 1 to class 4. And my younger brother JB joined us when I was moving to class 5 from the village, from Tafo. So JB and I went to Engelbert and were the first students that started at Engelbert Preparatory School. We were there for 1 year, and then we moved to Garrison Elementary at Burma Camp. So from Garrison, I went to Presec. So I did my Form 1 to Form 5 at Presec. I was in Agre House. And from Presec, I moved to the U.S. and did both my first degree, my bachelor's in international studies and my master's also in international studies with a bias in economic development. In 93 January, I came down to Ghana. I worked at the Insurance Commission till 2001, April, where I left with my friend Sam, and we formed a game company called Fun Games. Fun Games. At that time, the Ghana Highway Code, most drivers would read it to pass the driving exams and get their license, and won't go back to it. So Sam and I decided that we would turn the Ghana Highway Code into a card game. So that's what we did. And when you play the card game, you've read the whole Ghana Highway Code.
Wow.
It was then being given to all new drivers at VELD. Then before it was called DVA, it was called VELD. Vehicle Examination Licensing Department. So VELD was given it to all drivers as a requirement, and then we did a board game as well out of it, which was being used by State Transport. And then from there also, I did the Bonanza card game, and that time also I authored a book, which is now in the 4th edition, called Behavior Brings Success. It was about HIV. You know, when the HIV pandemic came, most families couldn't have a discussion with their kids about it. So the whole idea of the book was for families to be able to talk to their kids about HIV and to be able to educate them. So it was a 100-page pictorial book that was very successful. And then I also did my friends and I did a game called Word Meets Tea, which is like Scrabble, but with a golf twist, which we've licensed to a company called Dominion Games Limited. So far that's what I've been doing since I was born.
Interesting. What do you do for a living?
So I do gaming. Gaming for a living.
Gaming?
Yes.
As in gambling?
No. As in online games.
Online games.
Like games that you download from the Apple and Google Store.
Yeah. This is the first time I'm hearing somebody telling me that they do gaming for a living.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so JB Dankwa, who was murdered, right? What's your brother?
Yeah, he's my direct younger brother.
From one father, one mother?
One father, one mother. We are 4. He's the last born.
Oh my God, that must have been tragic.
Yeah, very, because I was called around 2 a.m. that day. And so I got there around 2:34 a.m. At that time, his body was he was dead. Sadly, yes.
So you saw him?
I saw him. Yes, I did.
Did he come directly after you?
Directly, yes. I'm the third born. He's the fourth born, the last born.
Oh my God!
One father, one mother.
And he was very wealthy.
JB was a very good-hearted person. He helped everyone who needed help. JB had a good heart.
Who killed him?
That one is $1,000 question. So I guess it is still. We are still in court. It's been almost 4 years. I go to court. We are still in court. I guess one day the truth will come out very soon.
Do you think that the government has done enough to unravel the mystery behind his death?
I believe that a lot went. I believe that a lot went by that could have been done sooner, because when he died, some years later, I think it was during the time of Nanado's government, and we were called to the CID. Then I think Tiwa was the CID boss.
Right.
And we were being given a briefing. And we got to realize that, the police made a request for Asiedu's phone log. And for almost a year, nobody went for the log.
Which Asiedu? Johnson?
That is Sexy Don Don.
Oh, Sexy Don Don.
The police made a request for his phone log, and that is the day after the murder. And we got to know at the CID's office that nobody had gone for the log. And when they went for it, they were told by the telcos that 6 months had passed. And so they wiped all their records. And that could have been quite a good lead, because in that case, the police would have realized who he was talking to before and who he spoke to after.
I never heard about this.
Yes, nobody had it. So somebody slept on the job when they should have been quite. They should have been busy.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Where were you at the time that he was murdered?
I was at home. I got a phone call from the wife around 2:10 a.m. that something has happened. So I drove over. I got there around about 2:34 a.m. The police were there already. I was told to wait for a while because they were still doing a bit of work. So around 3 o'clock, I was ushered upstairs to his room, where his still body was lying down. So I was at home.
Was the body naked?
Oh no! He wasn't at all. He was in his boxes.
Was his wife with him?
The wife was there when I got there with the children, but the children were in a different room, and the wife was also in a different room. So the police told the wife to stay in that room till the whole investigation was over.
Let me ask you one last question. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable, we can skip it. Why do you think a man and his wife would live in two different rooms?
Oh, that one I can't answer. I don't live with them. I don't live with them. But I don't think it's a problem. One of my best friends in Garrison, I won't mention his name. One of my best friends in Garrison, I know that their parents were living separately in different rooms under the same roof. But that I can't answer. I believe it is for maybe now the wife to answer. But I don't think it is strange, because, like I said, one of my best friends in Garrison, I knew that their parents were living in different rooms. Everybody
has suspicions about things that happen. Who do you suspect killed your brother?
Oh, I will not do that. I won't go there. I believe that, like I said, what pains me is if the police had gone for the call log, that would have helped a great deal. Because at least we would have known a few minutes or hours before who the alleged murderer was talking to, and afterwards who he was calling. At least that would have helped.
What was the relationship between you and your brother?
Oh, very, 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 very. We met every evening. Every evening, Jimmy and I met. We were very close.
Did you like his political affiliation?
Why would I be against it? That is his choice.
Why are you not standing on the ticket of the NPP, your brother's party?
I'm not an MPP person. I'm more of an Nkrumahist more than anything. I'm not CPP. I'm more of an Nkrumahist.
Interesting.
But I'm not. I believe in developing the human. I don't believe in growth alone, which is being done currently by both NDC and MPP, and that's why I'm standing. I believe that at the end of the day, the person must feel some improvement and see some improvement in their lives. In the last 32 years, what has been done is what I say. Both parties have followed what I call the God model, the growth-oriented development model, the God model, which does not involve the person. So you hear Ghana and all the finance ministers since Kwesi Botchwe's time, including the time from the late Atta Mills to even the last few weeks. You hear all the finance ministers talking about the economy grew by this percentage, Meanwhile, as human beings, as Ghanaians, we are still, and we are getting poorer and poorer and poorer because the model is wrong. It is time we infuse as part of the growth-oriented model a human development model, which these two parties will not be able to do because they are tied so much to the IMF and the World Bank model, what I call the Washington Consensus. They are tied so much to it, they can't get away from it. So that is the only thing they know, growth. But growth doesn't bring development to the person. Meanwhile, that's why Chapter 6 of the Constitution is Mind Manifesto. Because Article 6 speaks about balanced and even development across every sphere of the country. And that can only be done if we infuse as part of our development agenda a people-oriented development model where the people are also prospering and the nation is also growing. And my whole policy is based on one mantra only: common prosperity for all. Common prosperity for all is what I'm pursuing.
Why do you want to be president? Are you saying that all the people who have been contesting elections all these years don't have what you have?
I am saying that I know what I have. I know what the two parties have because they've shown us in the last 32 years they don't have anything. They don't. I mean, in the last 32 years they don't have anything. I've said to Ghanaians, we shouldn't go for used breath or recycled breath. What we need is fresh breath. What I know what I have. I'm bringing along with the growth-oriented model, a people development-oriented model that would ensure that common prosperity becomes common to everyone. All my policies, if you go through all my policies, is to make sure that the person, the Ghanaian, is prospering as the nation is growing economically as well.
Have you always been political, or you decided to be political after your brother's passing?
Oh, no. I have been political. I was involved in student government in Miami. I was the chairman of the Board of Governors, which is the most powerful organization. I was managing over $3 million as chairman of the Board of Governors. And every year I stood for elections, and I won every year. So I was involved in student politics in Miami, that is at FIU, before I came down. When I came down, I was involved because most of my friends were with both parties. So I was back and forth. I voted both parties. But no, I was before JB. When I got married, I left politics because my wife hasn't liked politics. So I left politics in 2001 when I got married. I got married in 2000. And it was part of the arrangement that so I left politics because she doesn't like politics.
Are you still married or you are divorced?
I am still very much married. So I asked God, I'm going to talk to my wife. She doesn't like politics. I'm begging you, if this is your will, let her be on the same the same page with me. And she gave me all her support and blessings.
Interesting. Why did you not start on a humble note of being an assemblyman or an MP, but you want to jump straight to be a president?
I believe that the way the Constitution is, for anybody who wants to make an effective change, you have to go for the presidency. That is where the power has been given. And unfortunately, like I said earlier on, these two parties, I've said it many, many times, the Constitution says that there shall be a president who shall be 1, head of state, 2, head of government, and 3, commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ghana. These two parties, since 92, have replaced the head of state with head of party. So you see a current situation like what we are in Galamsey, where it is killing everybody is talking about it, but one party is saying that because they will lose votes, they won't do anything about it. That is the problem with the political party system. So
this
yes, if you want effective change, if I want to bring prosperity to everyone and also affect the development, the advancement of the Ghanaian, it can only be done from the top, not as an assembly person or even as an MP.
Has the NPP approached you to be part of them?
Or no party has approached me.
Would you join them if you were approached?
No. I'm doing this because I believe in it. And I've toured the whole country. I have done, my team and I, we've toured the whole country. We couldn't go to the two Boku districts and Garu because of the issues there. But we've done the whole country. And I have stayed and lived and ate and drank with people in every district.
This is 3FM.
Every part of the country. And I know that the people of Ghana are tired of MPP and NDC. You know, they say to us, look, no, please, we don't want to hear about MPP and NDC. And I go, no. I'm talking about, I'm not MPP NDC. They go, oh, okay, then sit down and let's talk.
Interesting.
So, no, I will not do MPP NDC.
You will not do NPP NDC. Okay. So, I mean, if there happens to be a second round and you don't win, would you join any political party?
There shall not be a second round. I mean, again, I'm asked this question a few times, and I keep saying there shall be only one round, and the winner shall be
3FM.
George Twum-Barimah-Adu. From what I've done so far, I know that to be what is going to be. Nothing else.
So you would win?
I shall win.
Honestly?
Oh, definitely. No, real. I shall win. I know I don't go into something without being. I mean, when I qualified for the to be on the ballot paper, people are like, how did you do it? We've done a lot of groundwork. We've done, a lot of groundwork.
How come all the statistics are not seeing you? Even if we use the microscope, it doesn't look like we'll find you.
Because they look in the wrong place.
Wow.
December 7th is where they should look. And nothing else.
So you are the next president of the Republic of Ghana?
Amen.
Okay. So, what is it that you're going to do differently? What is the key point in your manifesto? Somebody says 24 hours of work. Another person says digitalization and much more. What is your trump card?
So like I said earlier, my main thing is common prosperity for all.
How?
So what it means is that the whole sector of the economy is going to be reimagined, repurposed, and redefined. So we are going to reimagine every sector from Agre to energy to health everywhere to ensure that, one, it is in the interest of Ghana, and two, it is benefiting Ghanaians. Because at the end of the day, whatever we do, the Ghanaian must benefit, one. Two, it must improve the lives, the welfare, the well-being, and the livelihood of the Ghanaian.
Right.
So that is one thing I will do differently. I will not govern as a head of party. I will govern as a head of state. So I will not look at whether you are from party A, B, or C. I will look simply, do you qualify for the job? And can you do the job? That is all it takes. So that is what I will do differently. I will come in without a party bias. See, former President Mahama,
yes,
has said he will create 1 million jobs for coders. Same thing. The current bias has said 1 million. I keep asking myself when I go out and I talk to people, why only 1 million? There are over 10 million youths. Why only one? Because they are thinking only of their people. If you think it of, so what a George Twum-Barimah-Adu government will never say is, I will create 1 million this or 1 million that. I will create for everyone. And anyone who wants to take advantage of it, it is there to take advantage for. I won't say I'm looking at the target of only 1 million. What about the rest? But that is what a party does. So what will be different in my government will be, for the first time in the history of Ghana, Ghana will truly have a head of state who will not say, because you didn't vote for me, I won't give you water. Or because I will lose votes, I won't tackle an issue. Because it matters to Ghana and it matters to Ghanaians, it shall be done for all Ghanaians to benefit. So that is the main thing that Ghanaians will get from my government.
You were talking about prosperity for the Ghanaians. It looks like it's a very, very huge and broad topic. What exactly are you going to do? Is it agriculture? Is it mining? What really is it?
So let's say agriculture, for example. My policy is called Agre for Wealth. My grandfather, and when I met with the farmers in Abrongo, I met with all of them in Abrongo, the peasant farmers. I met them all in Abrongo. And I said to them that my grandfather, my father's mother, Papa Achampon, had 7 kids. He was able to educate at least 5 of them in the UK from cocoa farming. He held their hand, including my own uncle, Kwaku Boateng, the minister. That's my direct uncle.
Okay.
My mother's big elder brother, including Kwaku Boateng. He held their hand, took them to Takoradi to board a boat to London. Today, no farmer is able to do that.
Yeah.
My Agri for Wealth policy is to bring wealth to every sector of the agri space, whether crop farming, fish farming, poultry, animal husbandry. So we will look at it and make sure that, one, we form them into cooperatives. So I'll bring back a cooperative bank where they get loans as low as 5% in terms of the finance cost. I will make sure that they will be formed the cooperatives. Every cooperative will have an extension officer that it is assigned to that cooperative to help them and teach them and advise them the best ways of doing it. Every cooperative will have a commercial person attached to it for agro-business. It will be linked to school farming. It will be linked to industry, because I have what is called DDI, which is domestic direct investment. Every government since 92 has pursued only FDI, foreign direct investment. I'm the only one who will say I'm doing DDI. And what is DDI? Any industry in Ghana, whether Ghanaian or non-Ghanaian, so you're in Ghana, and you use at least 30% of the raw materials from Ghana to produce your end product, you qualify for the same benefits as an FDI company. So I will link the farmers to DDI to make sure that what they are producing, the industry is using it. I will have not warehouses, I will have climate-controlled warehouses. So you can keep your goods in that warehouse as long as it takes. Because it's climate-controlled, it won't go bad. They will give you a warrant. That warrant is like a check. You can take that check to the cooperative bank and cash it. Whilst your goods are in the warehouse, when the price is, the time is right, it will be released. It will also be linked to market. So everything I'm doing is to ensure that at the end of the day, the farmer is also wealthy. I will have a market, a farmer's market, just for farmers alone. Currently, all the markets have queen mothers, and the farmers are not benefiting from the
products.
From the retail price, only from the farm gate price. I will make sure that they benefit from both the farm gate price and the retail price, because they'll have a market just for them to go and sell their items as well. And then I have what is called e-Sika. I will repeal e-levy and replace it with e-Sika. e-Sika basically is a savings plan for everybody. So with e-levy, government takes your money and it goes to government coffers. With e-Sika, government takes that same money, but it comes to you, the person who spent that money. It is linked to your Ghana card. So every day you spend, every day you are saving. And it will be it will be in 3 parts. 1 part pension. So when we are 60, it's given to you with all the interest rates that has accrued on it. 1 part is going to be housing, so that everybody can have their own house, their own home. And 1 part is welfare, where every 12 months it is paid pay to you. So for the first time, every Ghanaian, whether you are an Aboboya driver, coconut seller, Okada rider, car woman, every Ghanaian for the first time shall have pension. Because you spend, you are saving. So this is how I bring common prosperity to everyone. And then I also have what is called the district contract for the youth. You know, all my tours of the districts, one thing I noticed was that the youth are eager to work, but there is no job. I just came from one district in Ashanti region. I was there on Tuesday, and Konogo, and I met with the youth, and they all are eager to work. But they said, and a few of them had gone to university. They were graduates. So with my district contracts for the youth, it is simply this. Every contract that goes to the district, so far it will be for the youth in that district that qualify. There will not be somebody's name on it that says the job must go to Black Rasta. He doesn't come from the district. But that contract will go to the district, and the youth, so let's say we are building a new school building. The youth in that district who are masons, electricians, carpenters, plumbers are the ones that it will go to directly.
This
so we are
is
building
3FM.
capital we will build capital in the district. It will remain in the district, and we'll build wealth in every district, making every person in every district wealthier. This is how we spread prosperity across.
It sounds like a very good policy. Still on agriculture, would you legalize marijuana?
Marijuana, what I'm going to do, not legalize marijuana, what I'm going to do is that I want to move, because I met with some, in the Western region, I met with some...
marijuana farmers?
No, some Galamsey workers.
Okay.
And they were telling me that, say, if we are guaranteed X amount of money every month, we will leave Galamsey, because we know it's killing us. I want to move them, because I've done a lot of homework on it. I want to move them to industrial hemp cultivation.
Oh, okay.
Because in Southern Africa, they've moved the youth from, if you go to Malawi, Zimbabwe, Botswana, they have moved the youth from tobacco cultivation to industrial hemp cultivation. And it's giving them good money. So what I want to do is go into industrial hemp cultivation.
Is that different from marijuana?
For my studies, it is different, because industrial hemp is used for medicine and so many other things. And for my studies as well, it is clear. I mean, industrial hemp can grow as tall as, as high as 6 feet. It's clear.
Marijuana,
but I will not legalize marijuana.
You won't. You don't like it.
Not that I don't like it. I will legalize it.
Have you smoked it before?
I've never smoked it before. I had a friend. I've had a lot of friends in school in Miami who I knew. So I know the smell of marijuana, but I've never smoked it before. No.
So his name, my brother, my sister, is George Twum-Barimah-Adu. And he's an independent candidate. He wants to be the president of Ghana. And he's here speaking all the wonderful things that many people have not thought of. His name is George Twum-Barimah. And he has a musician singing for him.
This is 3FM.
I believe in George. Uncle Beba, no problem will be solved. He's taking us to the promised land. Hard working man, believe in George. So it's time for us to vote together. I believe in George. District contract for the young. Twum-Barimah-Adu. We are breaking the two. We are breaking the two.
George Twum-Barimah-Adu. The youths are saying that they are waiting for you. Oh my God, have mercy. Are you rich? How do you go around doing your campaigning? And I believe people are asking you for money left, right, and center, calling your phone number. You know, are you rich?
Well, I guess I'll say I'm blessed. I'll put it that way, because rich is a bit relative. I'm blessed. I'm not a poor person. I'm blessed.
Oh wow.
Yes. So that is my answer.
Do you have $1 million or more?
I will say this: anybody who keeps $1 million cash in their account, I will say is not that wise.
This is 3FM.
It must be invested.
Wow.
It must be invested.
Wow.
You don't keep that money, let it sit down in your account. No, it's not.
I'm learning from you.
It's
I'm
not
really
worth.
learning from you. How much are you worth?
Oh, that I will say that again. It's relative. So I said I'm blessed.
This is 3FM.
George Twum-Barimah-Adu is my guest. We are having a very beautiful conversation. Okay, so George, what do you think Nana Akufo-Addo should be doing to deal with galamsey? If you were in his shoes, what would you do?
I think the galamsey issue is one. Like I said, it's an issue of the failure of our developmental model. Because we haven't tackled the human perspective. We haven't made any attempt in 32 years to grow the person, to grow the human, to develop the human. That's what we are facing right now. If people are hungry, they will do any and everything to make money. So first and foremost, we have to tackle that point where we get the people something to do that will make them earn good income every week and every month. That is one. Two, in terms of the galamsey, mine believes strongly that at the moment we have to pause small-scale mining. I won't say we have to stop it. We have to pause and make sure that we put in place all the measures. As for the water bodies, that must be stopped and ended with all the necessary force that we need to use. But the others, we have to pause.
For how long?
Till we get it right. There's no timetable here because it's about life and death. We cannot kill ourselves to become rich.
This is
We become
3FM.
rich and we don't have anything else because we are all dead, then there's no sense. So we pause till we get it right. If it means that we pause till it will take a month, 6 months, 1 year, till we all know that there is something called responsible mining that people have been doing across for all the years before we were even born, and other countries are doing it and not destroying their water bodies and their forest, then we let the gold and everything stay till we learn to do it right. That is my belief.
LGBTQI+, would you deal with it?
I don't think it's something which we should entertain at all. I think I don't know why they are playing the gymnastics with the bill. I don't think it's something that we should entertain. As a nation and a culture, it's not Ghanaian, it's not African, it's completely foreign.
Would you accept aid from America and some other countries as president?
It depends. You know, if you go to my website, one of my main things is, what's it called? Self-reliance. Self-reliance is key to me. And I believe that this notion where we go for cheap money is what is killing us. Instead of putting our minds together and working like they did, we think, oh, let's go and borrow money, let's go and ask for money. No, something which I believe in. I believe in something which I always should say to my team. My team will say, sir, just when I say, wait, guys, wait. Now tell me, unless the laws of physics says it's not possible, we must be able to do it because somebody has done it. Somebody has done it and is able to give us aid. Why can't we do it ourselves? So aid is not my first option, not my second option, not my third option. My first, second, and third options are Ghana must be able to do it and source the money here. If the foreigners are coming here and are making so many hundreds and millions of dollars every year and going out, then it means the money is here.
This
aid is a very
3FM.
lazy way of developing your country, and you will never be able to catch up if you're a copycat or you're taking money from the original. The original person here, which is the donor, will never give you enough money to be same as he or her. So no, it's not something I believe in.
Capital punishment. Would you go for it?
I truly believe. Okay, let me put it this way. I'm not against capital punishment.
So you will sit down and watch some people shot and killed?
No, I'm coming. I'm not against capital punishment. But this is the trick. How do you know that the person actually been found, is the person being...
if the courts find him guilty beyond all reasonable doubt.
And the courts have, in many cases, had it wrong.
So you don't believe in the courts?
No. I believe so. When it comes to capital punishment, I will not go for it because of the fact that we are human. We can make errors.
So So you won't ask for anybody to be shot or hanged?
No, I will not go for it. Because I don't. Like I said, as humans, that's why the court, in their own wisdom, have an appeal system.
All right. So George Twum-Barimah-Adu is my guest, and we're having a beautiful conversation. Hey, hear me. Tell me, what is your biggest disappointment in the Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia government? The biggest?
I think with all the money they've borrowed, over 500 billion cedis, that is, and not having nothing whatsoever to show for it apart from free SHS, I think it's sad.
They built some roads.
Everybody, see, let me put it this way. I will never tell Ghanaians, to the glory of God, when I am president and I'm seeking re-election, I will never tell Ghanaians, because I build roads, because I build schools, because I build hospitals, vote for me. It is their right. They don't need a government to say, I did it for you. You're supposed to do it because you're a politician. You're supposed to give me that service without coming to tell me tomorrow that I did it, so vote for me. And if you don't do it for me, if you don't vote, that is something which it is a basic need of a people. So I will never come and tell Ghanaians, next 4 years, vote for me because I did your roads, I built your schools, even though I do better than all of them. It is a must of every politician.
What would you tell
anyone
them?
who goes and says, because I did your roads for you, no, you can't. No, vote against the person. I will say to Ghanaians that simple: look and see whether you're human, whether you have benefited, whether you have improved yourself, whether you have moved up in terms of your economic value and in terms of your welfare, your well-being. Has improved.
Interesting.
When you build a person, that is how you build a nation.
Interesting.
When you do schools, it is your right. You will never, you never hear me
is
saying
3FM.
that I build your school, so vote for me. It is your duty to build my school.
That's true.
Yeah.
Who would you say, aside Kwame Nkrumah, has been your favorite leader of Ghana?
I think Achampon, despite it was a coup, I think Achampon, if we go through history, had an agenda that was good for Ghana. Yes,
He did better than Kufu.
I think I'll give Achampon after Nkrumah.
Nkrumah.
Yeah.
He did better than Kufu.
I'll give Achampon after Nkrumah.
This is 3FM.
George Twum-Barimah is my guest. Oh my God have mercy. George Twum-Barimah-Adu is my guest. Oh my God. And we are having a very beautiful conversation. Unfortunately, time keeps ticking and talking, and we have to go. I will take your final message, and then we'll say bye-bye to our guests.
So thank you so much, Black Rasta. In fact, I to see someone who's having so much fun at his work is a blessing. I mean, I'm thankful to God that you enjoy your work, and it's good if you are doing a good thing for Ghana.
Thank you.
My message to all Ghanaians is very, 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 very simple. This election, this 7th December, let us be bold. We made MPP, we made NDC. At the same time, they've now become an albatross. In fact, I mean, they become an albatross, and we are now a country and a people under siege by MPP and NDC. Let us be bold and be able to, on December 7th, go out peacefully in our numbers everywhere across the country and cast our ballot for George Twum-Barimah-Adu. I am number 11 in terms of the position, number 11 on the ballot paper. And I thank everybody.
Thank you so much. This is a reggae show. Is there any reggae song you would love me to play for you as we go?
Not Stupid, Burning Spear.
Oh, Benny Spears, Not Stupid. Okay, I love it too. Why do you like it?
Because they told us things would be better. They told us things would be cheaper.
They told us things will be easier. Whoa!